Hello, welcome to a video recording of me basically nerding out about Planet Coaster here to showcase my park on the game soundtrack in the background because it's a really good soundtrack. Let's start with the beginning though. Here we go. Yeah, so they actually hired an indie band to make the soundtrack for this. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's starting off kind of slow. It's all right though. So I'm here to show you my park, and this is it. This park has no name, but it's the one I'm working on right now, my latest creation. We could zoom out a bit. All right. So yeah, my name is Peter Palentis Huvestal, and Planet Coaster is a roller coaster theme park building game. Kind of like simulation, kind of like Sims, but like for like theme parks. You know, building custom roller coasters, theming different areas. It's really fun. I've been playing this game for years, and these days I just play it maybe once or twice a week for an hour or more at a time. Yeah, so this park's I've actually been working on it for like a few months, like on and off. So let's just get started with the tour of it. Yeah. Usually when I start parks, I start in the center, like a centerpiece. So kind of like Disney inspired. I know. Yeah, we have a castle in the middle, and I decided to put a roller coaster around it. And this roller coaster is like a water type of roller coaster because even though it does go follows a track like a normal coaster does, it splashes down into like a log flume type of waterway. So that's cool. Yeah, this coaster has two lift chain hills and two major splashdowns, and it ends with an outdoor showroom. Here you can see there's an animatronic witch conjuring up water into the air. Yeah, it's kind of like a storytelling element of the ride. So that's how it ends. Yeah, and after that, at the end, the ride, yeah, enters. I didn't know what to do with this room, so I just put like a bunch of treasure in here. I guess the treasure storage containment part. And then you get greeted with goodbye, and then enter the station, which needs more theming. You know, a really simple station. Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to build a roller coaster around like a castle. It's been a concept I've been thinking about for a while, and I'm glad I did it. I guess when I think of like the Disney castle, I feel like it's a little boring, you know. But hey, I mean, it's iconic though. You know, I'm not really complaining about it. I guess I am complaining about it. All right. So anyway, the first half of the queue line here starts in the like a small plaza here on the island. Like here's the entrance of the island. You have like a kind of like a drawbridge. Yeah, that connects to like an area that connects to the main entrance of the whole park. Anyway, so we're talking about the island right now. The first half of the queue, if you follow the wooden walkway, yeah, it goes through like I would call it like castle gardens, I guess. And then second half of the queue is inside, and there's a lot of interior decorations, theming. I guess let's just check it out. Yeah. Just sort of like medieval decorations. None crazy. You know, just like putting shields. Medieval iconography on the walls. Some torches. You know. Yeah. So that's like the main layout or the main interior for that. So because the indoor interior is really just for people waiting in line. The actual coaster is mainly outside. Just wraps around the castle a couple times. So it's a cool ride. I'm proud of it, and the island itself. Yeah, this whole like middle is center. Even though the plaza, which has a restroom and a gift shop, it's really just for this ride. So it's cool. That whole area is just for like one thing. Yeah. Okay, and then moving on slowly though. So we not too much of a lag. So yeah, a lot of green here, green trees. This is the pirate tropical area of my park. The main attractions here are that the green track, yeah, a roller coaster, a launched wing coaster, where the riders are either on the left or right side of the track, like extended towards the side. Really cool, modern type of coaster. You have a swinging pirate ship here, and you have a boat ride, which does echoes of Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah. So in this area, yeah, the roller coaster and well, the first half of the roller coaster at least, and the end, like the last third of the boat ride, very interactive with the guests walking around this area of the park. For example, yeah, this launch coaster has 2 launches, and the first half, which starts or goes after the first launch, you have the train kind of weaving through the architecture here and around like this restaurant down here and this drink stall. So yeah, visible for people walking down here. So let's check out the architecture here. So this was fun for me to make. All these buildings are custom. They're just really crazy, zany, like nonsensical buildings, but really it's just to like give like a fun vibe. It's like a pirate port town. Just some for like guests to like look through as they walk around. And you got the coaster there on top too, which is really cool. So, and then here, this area of the park forks into 2. On the left side, you'll find the entrance for the roller coaster in the more elevated section area, which is like it's greener, more of a tropical forest vibe. Yeah, you have I'll show you like how the restaurant, like the eateries are kind of set up here. Yeah, you have drink stalls, food, restroom, a staff building. Yeah, staff building, because your staff gets tired. Yeah, this game you could like utilize. They have different professionals working here: janitors, mechanics, security guards too, if you want to put that option for your park. And you can like arrange tables how you want, add umbrellas if you want, and yeah, the plants and the trees, you just pretty much put them wherever you want. Anything, whatever you want. So, testing like the water features here in the game, trying to make like a small waterfall there. Yeah, so let's just talk a little bit about roller coasters a bit. Yeah, so these are the 2 launch sections of this coaster called Condor. So yeah, here's the station in the top right. So it's going to slowly exit the station, and then the first launch, launch is to the left of the screen, goes around the buildings, and then here the second launch goes into the second half of the coaster, which has all the inversions. Inversion, like when you go upside down. Like this first inversion here, I think is really epic. Like you just glide over the people in the queue, and it's a really long inversion. I really love that concept here, or that element in this coaster. Yeah, so it just weaves around through like, I don't know, this sort of cliff area with water there, and little splashdown sections, or not really. Oh no, I remember I took that out. I didn't want that there. Yeah, and then this kind of cool semi-inversion element, and then into the brake run. So this coaster actually went through a lot of evolutionary phases, but I think I got it pretty good right now. So because for coasters like this, especially for this type, it's hard to for me at least, I'm getting the hang of it, how to like manage the brake runs, the block brakes, which are there for safety reasons on coasters, so trains don't collide with each other. So because the queue can get long, like as you can see here, like it's a long line for this roller coaster. So I finally placed the brakes in a way where like the ride just kind of keeps going and going. Like there aren't any significant stalls or pauses or halts while you're in the ride. Yeah, so right here too. Yeah, so I put a brake run, a block brake run before the second launch and before the first launch. So just so like more trains could be on the track, but they're at the same time they don't really stall or halt. Yeah, at those areas. Anyway, so this is like roller coaster brake talk, but yeah, I tweaked enough to where it just runs basically like start to finish with very little stopping. So that's cool. Okay, moving on to this more pirate section here. Yeah, we got the swinging pirate ship, classic. I guess I kind of have to put that in, right? It's a pirate themed place. This boat ride, yeah, starts off in this unfinished, really huge queue station, too. I mean, it's just ridiculous how many people are here. Like the line is always ending like at the entrance of the ride. The ride's called Barrel Run. You deliver barrels to different ports. It's part of the storytelling here. And I try to like manipulate the features of this ride, having the boats leave faster, having the interval time between departure times like small, but still I don't know. I gotta work on that. This is a really crowded part of the park, and it's not really a practical like if it was like in real life. All right, so yeah, this boat ride starts down here on the left, and then goes through this mountain. And then, yeah, it goes in front of the waterfall, exposed to the outside. Sort of like, it goes into this, like, weird round wooden structure I made. Yeah, and then this part of the ride is kind of hidden from view from onlookers. You pretty much splash down to this cove where there are krakens, I guess hiding underwater among the ships they have destroyed previously. Yeah, just different, like, sort of pirate ship themed scenarios in this ride. And then the boat goes up this chain lift, which I'll add more trees and bushes to surround it with. Let's get that tropical rainforest vibe. And then yeah, the boat drops down, and then the final part of this ride, yeah, it runs parallel to the pathways here, where the peeps, as we call them here, the people, the AIs, where they walk. Yeah, a lot of interaction there. Maybe a little too much. I don't know. I think it is if it was like real. So I like the layout, at least from this end of this mountain I made with the waterfall. I'll try to slowly pan down so it doesn't lag too much so you can see it. Hang on. Yeah, so you see like the pirate ship and that waterfall mountain behind it, and then the ship going down, or the boat going down the final drop. It's a really cool aesthetic, you know, for just onlookers and a few people who are just viewing it. All right, yeah. So that's like, yeah, that's the rough layout of that. And I guess like and there's another section of the park which I'll show later, like where these red rocks are on the right here. But I couldn't think of a way to connect the pirate part of the park to that part of the park. So I just made this like pathway with like netting for guardrails and like kind of like a fishing village type of thing, you know. Kind of like obscure looking like wooden buildings like in a swampish looking area. It's like kind of like Florida. Alright. So I call this place Pirata, which is pirate, but instead of ending with an E, it ends with an A. Probably appropriate for pirates place area that, you know, they're. I am totally rambling on about the word pirata and pirate. So, this is a new section of the park I built. On the other side of the park, we have like something a little different. A huge, long, like pretty much a deck view, like a long walkway, and with a view of like the water, you know, right in front of it. So, this is a more family-friendly area of the park. We have a junior coaster, which I have named the Serpent of the Sea. Yeah, no inversions, pretty slow. Yeah, see, and then it's winding down now to go back to the station here. Yeah, so this is the whole station basically. Yeah, this is I don't really know what theme this is, because even though this game comes with like clear-cut theming, like I think I added different things here because it looks Mediterranean, a bit Arabic, like African. I used stucco pieces, which I think was like a Western style. I don't know, but like regardless, I just try to make it all like mesh together. And I think with the color scheme of like dark orange and like beige, it looks pretty well. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And in the middle part of this like deck area, we have the Ferris wheel on top, carousel on the bottom. Like I said, yeah, you know, geared towards kids and families. And then here on the left, we have a building which houses a eatery, drink place, a view of the log flume in the building, and the building also contains the monorail station. It's really popular. People love the monorail. Yeah, monorail is like a transport ride. It just transports guests from one end of the park to the other. It's not more of like sightseeing and just transporting. Like, yeah, that's all. Unfinished. Yeah, but still gonna get going. And I wanted to put a boat ride here at the docks. I felt like this place needed like a docking place for boats, especially kind of like with the oceanic vibe, like this area has. Like I didn't know how to theme it. Like I thought it would be boring if I just put like a boat path around in the water. I don't know, man. So, woman, it just I themed it like a Lost City of Atlantis, like a submerged like ruins type of thing. I think this is like Greek architecture that I might have like got these pieces from. I don't know, but yeah, just the vibe of going through submerged ruins. It's pretty basic and simple. Yeah, I mean this ride is really just like a joyride on a boat. You know, going slow, not intense, just you know, taking in the sights. Yeah, so this is so that's what this whole area is. Great. So now I'll go to that other section I was talking about. That little fishing village that connects the pirate place to the other place. Oh, so yeah, just to get another perspective here. So the entrance of the park is like up ahead, and this like entrance plaza, yeah, part. If you go to the end of it, one part goes to the Spellcaster Castle, and the other part goes to the pirates' tropical place. Angle to the right, past the little, I don't know, I call it a fishing village, but there's no fish. The only indication of fishing are the netting, the net fences. I don't know. Just making use with what the game has to offer in terms of like pieces and tools you can use. Okay, anyway. So this is like a desert. I mean, this is like basically like Arizona. I don't know. I was raised in Arizona, so yeah. But this is like a red rock canyon type of place. Hang on. Enjoy the site. I'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I was checking on some cooking in the kitchen I was doing. Yeah, so I use the monorail pillars here to set up like, decorations and posters. And behind this is like I guess the main part of the desert area. It's a flat area basically, yeah. Cacti, you have cacti, desert dry trees here. And the whole thing is surrounded by like a red rock wall. Yeah, all these rocks are individual pieces. I think there are only like 7 like red rock pieces, and I just like mixed them all together so it doesn't look like you see like a lot of the same like type of rock there. I mean, if you look closely, you probably can. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I have a children's ride here, or for adults. Adults like to ride cars, obviously. So yeah, it's kind of like a scenic, I call it like a canyon drive through this area of the park. The first half of the ride is visible, like if you're standing in this plaza area, and the second half of this car ride, yeah, is kind of like within the Red Rock Canyon itself, without, kind of out of view. So there's some mystery here. And then on the other end here of this area, we have the monorail, the Western Monorail Station. Yeah. Cool. Even though this part took me like a couple months or a few months, yeah, maybe over the course of a year on and off to complete. This whole desert area took me, I think, a day. I don't know why. I just I was one of those things. I just like a mad rush. I just kept like I think I just wanted to finish it, and even though I didn't really have a full plan for it, I mean. And at the start, I put like a thrilling roller coaster here, and then, like all these areas in my park, they've gone through so many changes. I'm always changing my mind, and it takes me a while to finalize an idea and then just see it through. So now we have now here's an intense roller coaster. This is like an impulse launch coaster. The station is inside the pyramid. This might be like an Egyptian archaeological find themed area of the park. The coaster launches forward, does not make the first hill, goes back down by gravity, and then is launched backwards up this spiral here on the right. And then before, obviously it won't go off the track, and before it reaches the top, gravity will pull it down again, launches forward over the first inversion, and then up this like increasingly inclines this final part of the ride. And it's kind of cool because when you're riding it, you don't really see the end of the track, and then you get like higher and higher, you still don't see the end. I think it's a cool visual, like for riders and for like spectators watching the ride from like outside the pyramid, so it's cool. Yeah, and then when before it gets to the to the very end, gravity brings it down, goes over that inversion again backwards, and then into the station. So I just want to show you the inside of the pyramid, which I mean okay, so first, it's nothing really. The only thing that's themed is the actual station and the queue lines, because that's all you really need, like for like in terms of like guest experience. So for and for example here, the track itself is surrounded by theming, and even down here you can see like at the bottom of this room there are like wooden walkways. So this is the queue. So I thought it was cool, like when you're in the queue, especially the room is kind of dark like at night, because it's only lighted up by these torches, and you can see the coaster literally launch like right above you. Builds anxiety for the future riders. It's awesome. And then the second part of the kind of second showroom, like in the queue, you have a snake pit. Oh yeah, snake pit, because this coaster, I named it after like some Egyptian deity of snakes. I guess I just wanted like the storytelling to be like some sort of supernatural Egyptian deity or whatever. Yeah, and then you get off the ride, and then even when you're exiting the ride, you can see the back launch, the back launch section of the ride. Yeah, so when it comes to like, if I was like an actual AI, if I was an AI person walking around this park, you want to be surrounded by scenery, like every inch. So yeah, obviously like here I'm still working on it, working on this part. Yeah, I just started this because I don't even know if I want to be underground or not. Yeah, okay, so this ride, when I googled Egyptian deity for snakes, yeah, it's like Nehebgal, so I guess this is Nehebgal. And you also have fast pass lane options in this game. So yeah, this is the entrance here on the left, and then you go up this boardwalk. This is the fast pass lane here on the right, top right, where the green arrows are. And the normal line is here. And both queues have their own, themed walkways in the pyramid, so it's cool. Yeah, so I was thinking of making this like an underground temple, like kind of like a hidden oasis type of thing in like a Saharan desert or something. I don't know. I'm still working on that, but yeah. Last section of the park is this big empty plot of land with a random hill here. I'm probably gonna make like an alpine forest, maybe like a river rapids ride or something. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do with. I mean, it's a big part of the park, because the sort of pyramid, like African desert area or Middle Eastern area might extend a little bit more to the right, but yeah, it's gonna look weird, awkward transition if it transitions into like an alpine forest. But I'll figure it out. That's how theme parks are. The transitions between themed areas. It's just kind of like the creators make it work. So. Zooming out again so you can see the whole park. Yeah, so with this park, I'm just playing with familiar tropes of parks I've known before, researched about, visited, or read about. Yeah, so it's not the most original park, but yeah, just playing with concepts people are familiar with, who like visit theme parks, I guess. Next park, I hope it'll be like more, a little more modern, contemporary, maybe more metal and steel like stuff. Fewer pirates, like I don't know, like wizards and stuff. Maybe like more like non-supernatural stuff. But it's just fun to play with. Yeah, it's a cool game. And actually, yeah, that's all for now. I plan to make another one soon. Showcase a completed park I made. So until then, peace.